By the end of this video, I'm going to give you one of the most powerful areas you can focus on to improve your future. But first, you need to understand why this series began. We, like most people nowadays, spend a lot of our lives online. And honestly, we don't like what we see. I'm a hopeful person. I believe in the future. But seeing people talk with such morbid pessimism about life today and our future made me wonder if I was alone. So our whole goal here was to bring about some light to the world by being a voice of optimism in response to hopelessness. We went out with the goal of changing hearts and minds. We expected the same form of online doom and gloom to be present in the real world. It did not go as planned. Before someone can change their future, they have to understand what shapes it. Before they can understand what shapes it, they have to believe their choices matter. And before they can believe their choices matter, they need hope. So that's where we started. We asked people if they had hope. Their answers genuinely surprised us.
For me, hope is, it's something that I can control, and therefore I'm always in control of my hope, and I'm always hopeful that life is going to get better, be better. And a lot of that is because I know I'm going to strive to get better and be better.
Yeah, I would honestly say I have a pretty solid set plan that I'm confident in, and even if something, like bump in the road happens, I have a backup plan, and I'm hopeful in my backup plan.
I know that I have a great support system that can help me through it and what I need to get done, and what I want to do, I can be anything I want in life.
I feel so hopeful that we're just gonna fix the world. I think we have it, and I think we have enough care and love, and it's gonna circle back. And I have a lot of hope, personally.
I see that in my own life too, to really actively try to make a difference, and I think that comes from a place of hope. So
the default response overwhelmingly for humanity is to try and do good. So I am hopeful.
But in general, I'm always am. If not, the alternative doesn't do anything. You get nowhere, you feel bad. If you don't have a good attitude, steal one. I'm serious. Life's too short for any of that.
So everyone had hope. Hope in people of all things. Some of that hope was internal, some of it was external. But it was there and it was real. But what is hope if you don't have agency to act upon that hope? Next, we asked whether they believed ordinary people still have influence over their future.
I think that, everyone has free will, and everyone has the ability to seek out that change and seek out a different path, whether it's, making a difference in your own life or trying to make a difference in the lives of people around you.
I know in the whole scheme of things that my voice matters, and regardless, I think enough of us can make a change and work together.
Yeah, I think they can definitely have an influence.
I definitely think you can start from nothing and build your way up. I've seen a lot of people do it. I've heard a lot of success stories.
But if you want to make something of your life, then you can do whatever you want if you put your mind to it.
My belief is my life is my fault. I'm entitled to nothing. And if there's any aspect of my experience of life that I don't like, it's up to me to change it.
Of course, everybody's got an influence over the future. In fact, you're the only person who does, unless God comes down and does something for you.
Everyone has agency. What we do matters. Every answer we got gives personal insight on how someone can influence their future. If everyone has agency, why do we find some people with success and some people without? What makes a difference? What do you think has the biggest impact on someone's future?
But when I hear that question, the answer I want to say is kindness. I think that being kind to one another, receiving kindness, I think that's what makes the biggest change in people's lives.
We need to stop the judgment, we need to spread love, we need to fix the way we talk to one another and how we all are one, and I think at the end of the day that gets confused sometimes, and I think that's the biggest, it's just love. We just need more love.
When we do good and just kind of spreads.
Support system, who you surround yourself with will take you a long way.
As long as you
have the work ethic and try as hard as you can, I think you can do whatever you want to do.
If there was one thing, it's your ability to be radically honest and take responsibility.
Your personal attitude makes everything.
What struck us about these answers is that they were almost exclusively within the control of the individual. There wasn't any focus on politics or big corporations as the internet so often points to. Don't get us wrong, there are definitely problems within these bodies, but people clearly believe that the source of power for change dwells within. So we have hope, we have agency, we have influence, but what are we doing with it? What are you personally doing to build the future you want?
We create really nutrient-dense soil that makes fresher, more easily accessible local produce, which is really important. Everyone should be able to have access to local produce.
You know, I'll volunteer at the food shelters and things like that with how hot it is. And I just think helping one another.
Just try and be a good influence and hope that kind of rubs off on others.
I'm helping my friend move for bookstore. Just operating a store like this help people.
So I'm going back to college to pursue a path, but then the job I currently have will give me a successful backup plan.
I'm focusing on the money aspect of like investing, stocks, like IRAs, everything like that, just building the money.
Everything I do every day is geared towards getting clear and reminding myself the vision and then chasing the man that will be capable of creating that vision.
Action is the fulfillment of hope. And here we see real people acting on the hope within to achieve the future they want. Every answer mattered. But underneath nearly every future people described sits a foundation that is easy to overlook: your finances. Money isn't everything, but money touches almost everything. Where you live, how you spend your time, the risks you can take, the people you can help, the opportunities you can pursue, and the amount of attention you have left for anything beyond survival. When your finances are in chaos, they demand your focus. But when you begin to take control of them, they create something powerful: breathing room, opportunities, and hope. In our next series, we will discuss how people view and interact with money. If you haven't seen the series, you're going to want to. Click right here.